And in the dream audible, I audibly hear the Father say, "He's mine." Yeah, my gateway into grace um, has been a journey of around 20 years in gradual increment that really accelerated several years ago when my youngest brother um, passed away from suicide at age 30. He had struggled with mental illness for from his teen years on, to one degree or another. Lots of efforts to get him help and support. At that point, even though I had grown quite a bit in my understanding of grace and the finished work, I still had very much a us versus them mentality, meaning that the finished work was not something that I viewed as God having universally applied or included upon all men, but was universally offered to all men. So there was still that need to make a decision, and if you didn't, I still held to an eternal conscious torment doctrine. And my brother had no real formulated relationship with God, and I found myself having to reevaluate what had been doctrines to me to that point, things I could teach forwards and backwards. Now I had to interpret them through an experience. The night he passed away, my wife and I, who live in Virginia, we went home to Delaware, where my family lived, my brother lived. And that night, I had a dream. And I am not by nature a prophetic dreamer. And so one would assume from that perspective, I would have had a bunch of dreams about, him burning in hell. And the dream I actually had was very brief. But it was of my brother sitting along a riverbed, and he is there fishing with my wife's paternal grandfather, who I have never met. He like the
Yeah, I
family
was gonna
story
say,
just
do you
here.
know of
Yeah, I
him?
know of him very well, but I've never actually got to meet him. And he was a very committed Christian, a very kind, very generous man. And they're sitting there fishing, and they're cracking up. They're both jokesters, so they're telling jokes. They're just having a great time. And I'm watching this like as a third party, just looking at this like watching a TV show almost. I'm watching this interaction, and I'm like, I don't understand what's happening here, Lord. What is this all about? And in the dream audible, I audibly hear the Father say, "He's mine. I've got him." And I woke up, and I did not know what to do with that. My theology to that point stood in stark contrast to what was now an experience.